Are you resisting or are you going with the flow? In today's video, I want to break down the two beautiful things that we are dancing through life with: desire and resistance. So let's start with desire. It's super simple to understand because it's what we want. We want it, we really like it, we're aligned with it, and we're trying to bring it into our experience somehow. And then there's resistance. We don't like it. We don't want it. If it's in our experience, we're pushing it away, we're not trying to deal with it. And if it's not in our experience, we're trying to avoid it. Desire and aversion or resistance, these are the two states that we are constantly in because we live in a paradoxical universe. There's yin and yang, there's good and bad. There's always going to be that counterpart. There's always going to be something that offsets. And something really powerful that I've learned through all of these years of manifesting, whether intentionally or unintentionally, was that what you focus on really, really matters. Energy flows where your attention goes. So if you're focusing on what you don't want, then you're focusing on resistance. And my friend, you will never win. You will never win against resistance because it's not going with what you want. And sometimes the beauty of this wonderful universe that we live in, there will constantly be things popping up in your experience that you don't like. And if you choose to, you can see that, you can shift your perspective and you can see that as a chance to get really clear and redefine what it is you want. These are slight little ways that we make choices that shift perspective. Because we can constantly just complain if we want about the things that we don't like, about the things that didn't go our way, or the things that aren't aligned with, what we're asking for, with our truth. Or we can get really clear about what it is that we don't like about it and appreciate the fact that it's coming up on our path to force us to get clear on what it is we want. So ask yourself, when it comes to setting goals and having desires and dreaming really big, are you dreaming in the flow of desire? Are you dreaming in the way that anything is possible for you and that you're focusing on what it is you want? Or are you dreaming in the way that you think? Are you dreaming with limits? And are you dreaming about resistance, basically? Are you calling in what you don't want physically? Are you calling it in energetically and in your environment? Are you resisting things that are happening in your experience instead of embracing the fact that they're here? Whether you like it or not, it's unfolding. When it comes to setting goals and achieving what you want and moving closer and closer to desires, there's a couple things to remember. Number one, this is entirely what life is about. There is a constant dance between desire and aversion, and you're going to like things and you're not going to like things, and then you level up. And then you like things and you don't like things and you level up. And this is the curriculum that we're going through in life. We're helping ourselves get clear. Your 5-year-old self had no idea what you wanted at age 20-something or 30-something or 40-something. But as you progressed in life, you got clear on what you wanted and very clear on what you didn't want. And now it's time to refine those tools. Get even more clear on what you want and super clear on what you don't want. But recognize that ignoring or pushing away or avoiding what you don't want is not helping you. You are just pouring more energy into that which you're resisting. What you resist persists. These annoying cliches, they have some point and some truth to them. So another thing you want to remember is you're always going to get another chance. Just like you keep leveling up, you're always going to get another chance to refine and to get clear and to pull it even closer. And last, your external reality is just a reflection of your inner state of being, which is like A more complicated way of saying how you feel inside is what will begin to show up for you outside. So as you're planning your goals and setting deadlines and mapping out all of these steps that you're going to take for yourself, take a step back and focus on how you want to feel. When you have that goal, when you have that dream, when you're crossing that finish line, when you're finally achieving it, how do you want to feel? And more importantly, how do you want to feel on the way to it? Think about it. Like, goals don't have to be a struggle. Yes, it's going to be hard work. It's going to test you. It's going to rip you out of your comfort zone. But it doesn't have to be the struggle that you make it when you're trying to swim upstream. Resistance. So take a look at the expectations you're setting for things. Take a look at the way that you approach your problems, the way that you look at obstacles, the way that you define lessons and challenges in your path. And really get to the root of how you want to feel. Because yes, you have control over that. Eventually, in time, with practice, if you keep coming back to these questions, you ask yourself how you want to feel on the journey, and you'll begin to move closer to that feeling. Face everything. Welcome all of it. And that gets super clear on what you want to keep in your life and what no longer has a place. And open yourself up to the flow that once you begin to align with what you no longer want will fall away. But it all starts on the inside.